Yo, what's going on? How's it going? And welcome back to Football Yannick. We've enjoyed, or we may have enjoyed, there's been some Premier League football this evening on the 1st of April, Tuesday evening. I am horrendously ill, so disclaimer and apologies if I sound a bit nasal, maybe sniff. Which might not be the sexiest thing ever on the mic. But we move, and there was 3 results today. There was, or should I say this evening, I'm so happy I didn't touch this freaking game, bro. But Wolves 1, West Ham 0 in the absolutely nothing is on this game derby. Didn't touch that. I was sort of flicking between the London derby that was Fulham, of course, winning 2-1, which looks like there's sort of jeopardy, but not really, because they were 2-0 up, and then there was just a very late consolation goal from Muniz. Of course, the big story was Saka returning. And then, of course, Man United losing again. We're going to get into it. A little call to action, guys. I'm uploading pretty much every day on this channel, maybe more than once on a day if some stuff pops up that I want to talk about. So do hop along for the ride, bro. You're certainly welcome. Do consider it subscribing, liking the video, and all that lovely stuff. Let's talk about Arsenal then quickly, because a lot went down. This is the first bit of Premier League football we've seen in a little while. It was against a Fulham that got, quite convincingly eliminated from the Cup by Crystal Palace 3-0. I mean, maybe it didn't necessarily feel like a 3-0 game, but Fulham didn't look like they have the answer. Of course, Marco Silva, highly rated coach, up until quite recently, I'll say the last few weeks, being very, very highly rated, not just because of doing well in the league and, being in the cup or whatever, but actually certain games probably not getting what they deserved, like having good performances and maybe not getting the wins or even draws out of certain performances, but they've sort of fallen off, haven't they? They played a 3-4-2-1 here with Robinson, looks like Castagna playing wingbacks. Arsenal at home at the Emirates, David Raya in goal with the starting preferred centre-back partnership of Gabriel and Saliba with Yuri and Timber, and Miles Lewis Skelly on the flanks. Although it looks like 2 injuries. I certainly saw the Gabriel injury. Looks like he did his hammy, which is frustrating for the Arsenal fans before the Real Madrid game next week. So he might be out for that. And Kirill came on for him. It's sort of like for like. Trossard came on for Timber. I don't know how that works. Maybe there was a bit of a change in formation. And Bukayo Saka, of course, making his return from after being out injured since December, coming on for the young Ethan Nwaneri, and scoring a header, I believe, from a little ball coming across the face of goal. He was at the back post. I think it was from Martinelli, a nice assist from him. He's getting better, Martinelli, isn't he? Because for a long, long time, I was just looking at him, and again, not an Arsenal fan. I was like, Arsenal surely should be doing better than Martinelli on the left wing, because he didn't really score goals. I mean, he looked great here, nutmegs, pace to burn, great assist, etc. But for a long, long time, I swear he didn't score for like a year or something insane, which, fair enough, if you fit the profile, if you fit the system. But when you've got like Bukayo Saka on the other side, who's just so much better, and even Ethan Nwaneri, who is like, he got an assist in this game, and, he's scoring goals, and he's only 17, 18. I think he's 18 now. I just feel like Martinelli, Arsenal could do so much better. Like, I think Trossard maybe benched him for a while. He's in his 30s now, I believe. But, look, fine. Maybe Martinelli, they're right to just stick with him, let him develop chemistry long. Of course, Marino got the opening goal. The central midfielder who's just being used as a bread and butter, meat and potatoes, number 9 in the box, scoring again. I must say, I didn't see his goal. Apparently, it was a deflection, but I just expected it was going to be a bit of a stinky header from a set piece. But credit to the Arsenal, I suppose, doing it again, getting the win. I mean, it's more about just keeping the momentum of winning, before Real Madrid, just reminding themselves they know how to play football, they know how to win games. I mean, they're almost certain. We don't know what's going to happen with Liverpool, because Liverpool have been in what can only be described as poor form, getting knocked out of competitions. The Trent Alexander-Arnold news of him going to Real Madrid, like how the team going to react to that. Of course, Salah and Van Dijk aren't signed to new deals. I wonder, like, they should just sign them both to new deals and try and get over the line, or maybe not. It's super interesting what's going to happen with Liverpool, but like you do wonder if they, if Arsenal win a couple and Liverpool win a couple, they might go start worrying, and then Arsenal might believe again. But yeah, I don't know. All they can do is keep winning, and of course that will help their chances and belief that they can beat a Real Madrid. Like Real Madrid played tonight, didn't they? I think it was in the cup, but because I know they're losing. Well, they're on aggregate. It's 2-2. At time of recording, actually, they're playing Real Sociedad. Real Sociable Dad, as the Fantasy Premier League teams call them, name themselves, should I say. Real Madrid second in La Liga, 3 points of buffer. And in the Copa del Rey, they are currently drawing 2-2 on Ag, which is actually pretty darn interesting, I must say. I must say it. Real Madrid feel, dare I say, beatable. And an Arsenal team with Bukayo Saka returning, who knows? Certainly not me. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, I really hope they get knocked out, but we'll see. They deserve credit regardless. Man United lost again. How much of a story, guys, is this? That's the question, eh? Third place beating 13th place. So 10 point places between them at home, as they should. And they did. But of course, that's not the entire story. Man United have very, very good, expensive players. They have a good young manager. They have the shirt crest, And like the returning prodigal son of Bukayo Saka returning to Arsenal, Mason Mount came on in the 78th minute. Nearly scored a banger immediately, to be fair. Forest started with a back four. They went to a back five. Let's talk about the goal. Let's talk about the absentees, because Man United, who's out injured for Man United? Okay, so Martinez. I said Diallo's probably the one, isn't he, under Martinez? And Mainu, but we don't know what's going on with Mainu. Wants to leave, maybe. Lisandro Martinez. But even Martinez, they've got, other good defenders. Mazraoui, De Ligt, Yoro. Even Maguire, who came on and got a good rating here on SofaScore that I'm looking at. It's a very good team. So the absentees, really, I'd say Ahmad is the most notable one because he's done so well under Ruben Amorim. But the absentees for Nottingham Forest and Nuno Espirito Santo is Chris Wood, their talismanic striker who scored loads of goals, which is, of course, I mean, the most, could you say the most important player? Maybe you'd say Matt Sells in goal because he's just been so consistent. Callum Hudson-Odoi wasn't available in this game either. And also, they lost Ola Aina, the right back, quite early on, in the 39th minute. So in the first half, and Ola Aina, there's a very good argument that he's been the best right back in the league. So they were kind of hamstrung in many ways in terms of how they played against Man United. But they got it done, and they got it done by that guy, Anthony Elanga, scoring what would be the only goal in the game in the 5th minute. It's registered as a Ryan Yates assist, but let's be real, boys, girls, ladies and gents. That goal belongs to Anthony Elanga. He dribbled past all them, man. It was like a scene from Saving Private Ryan with the bodies flying everywhere, and he tucks it away. He sort of does celebrate, because obviously he was there recently. He looks sick, doesn't he? He absolutely roasted them. Boy, how he wanted that goal. The two good players. Look, Man United were good in this game by all accounts. In many conventional metrics, I'm looking at the momentum graph here. It was heavily weighted in Manchester United's favour. Let's look at the entire game. Man United had 68% possession, which doesn't really surprise me. Forest don't really care. They're like, have the ball, mate, whatever. Man United have three times the amount of XG. They had two big chances to Forest's no big chances. Of course, Forest's goal was definitely not considered a big chance. Get this. Man United 23 shots to Forest's 8 at home. Of course, Matt Sells in goal, made 5 saves to Onana's 1. By the way, the chant, I touch myself, the song I touch myself, but I touch Matt Sells. When I think about you, I touch Matt Sells, which is a great song chant, I must say. Man United 10 corners. Look, dominant, but the truth is, they were going like, prime Nuno, in terms of defensive vibes. They got the goal, they backed themselves, they went to a back 5. Why the ruddy heck not? Do you know what I mean? You're missing Hudson-Odoi, you're missing Chris Wood, you're missing Ole Einar, which is a very, very good for pressure release valve on that right side. He sees so much of the ball, he gets through so much work. Yeah, defend your lead. And boy, they've done it. They have, how many points do they have? They have 57 points. I love to see it. My selfish Chelsea part of me was hoping maybe Man United could do something, because that would still leave them 5 clear of Chelsea. But then if we beat Tottenham, it would be 2 points. And it's just another team that could help out all the chasing pack that are trying to get Champions League football. Man United, I don't know, what do you learn about this game? Not much. That Man United can play quite well and dominantly. But, if you concede a goal like that against a team that can defend well at home, it's not really the kind of game you learn much of. Obviously, Mason Mount came on. He got some stick from the fans. Actually, the fans were giving lots of stick out. Bruno Fernandes, he looks like a rat, which I feel my sensitive side thinks is a bit mean, isn't it? Even if he does look a bit rodent-y, maybe I'm just being soft. Mason Mount comes on, Chelsea rejects chance and all that kind of stuff. He did nearly score a banger. He made 3 accurate passes. Did win an aerial duel though. I do think, because what's his face? Oh my god, Real Sociedad and Real Madrid have both scored since I've been recording this. What a ding dong. Ruben Amorim, the Manchester United manager, has been waxing lyrical about Mason Mount, and I kind of get it. Like, stylistically, he suits his system perfectly. Ruben Amorim doesn't play a 3-4-3 like, say, Conte did. He plays a 3-4-2-1 like Tuchel did, and like Mason Mount won the Super Cup, the Club World Cup, the Champions League, playing that formation as a very, very important figure in that system. So I can understand why Amorim is talking about. Yeah, it's just injuries of Mason Mount, and I understand why United fans are fuming, because he earns like $250,000 a week at Man United, and the last 2 seasons he just hasn't played, which is mental. That's like just free money. I mean, it's not his fault, is it? He's not doing it deliberately. He really wants to play. But we move. Let me know what you think and what you feel like you've learnt from these games. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Keep it locked, guys. Like and subscribe to Football Yannick, and I'll bring you all the footballing stories as and when they come. Peace.